All I remember hearing from the judge was that he's in the military. He doesn't have to prove anything.
And why is that? The military gives you, you know, a slate to do whatever you want?
No, but I feel that this judge might have been biased or just prejudice. I don't know what he was.
Towards the military?
Yeah, I mean, not prejudice, but yeah, I guess prejudice. He just favored him because he was in the military. And he told me, well, you don't even have a job, and you don't do this, and you don't do that, so, you know, what are you worried about?
But did the judge listen to what you had to say, listen to your story?
No, the judge did not hear nothing. We had to say, which is we being our witnesses, people that went up for my mother, my aunt, and my other aunt, that spent real close time with my daughter and him. Or or Victor, my ex-husband. And my lawyer caught my ex-husband lying 4 times while he was on the stand.
And what the judge said?
And the judge said over and over, like, don't even try to, you know, he just kept telling him, sit down, Mr. Gospel, please sit down. Like, don't even try it. They did not allow my daughter to talk to the judge. But I don't see how they allowed her to talk to the judge when she was 8 years old and not when she was 10 years old.
Well, did your lawyer bring that up to the judge?
Yes.
What?
And he said, well, I'm the judge and I decide what I have to do. And then he said, when we first started the trial, he says, you can go ahead and try it, we'll go ahead and try your case. Or he wanted to make a negotiation right then and there. They wanted me to settle right then and there. And I said, no, I wanted to go through with it.
Right.
So we did. And he says, okay, well, I guess I'll hear it if that's what you want to do, but I already made up my mind. So he had already made up his mind.
Why did the lawyer say, why did your lawyer at that point say, you know, something about, can we get another judge if this one's biased or something? Because if they haven't even heard your case, the judge cannot make a ruling if he hasn't even heard your side. Yeah. So why did your lawyer not file a complaint against that judge pertaining to that?
I have no idea. He didn't even return my phone calls after that day.
Your lawyer?
And he still has not to this day.
And you think your lawyer did the best job he could do?
I thought he did the best job he could do at that time.
Looking back on it, do you think he did the best job he could do?
Maybe not.
And
but
so,
I'm saying during the court,
right,
I believe he did try his best. But after that, no.
Well, because maybe you didn't know any better at that time.
And that's true. He's doing the same thing my last lawyer did. Didn't return my phone calls for 4 months.
Where are you finding your lawyers? You need to get a better lawyer.
Actually, I found him in a book that I got from the JAG office, and it gives you a list of all the lawyers that used to be in the military or have some affiliation with the military that understand the military law.
Well, I mean, the judge didn't even hear that your ex-husband was violent.
Yeah, he didn't hear anything. He didn't hear that he had an affair with that lady, nothing.
So it was almost pointless to go to court.
Yeah.
And so once you heard the verdict that your ex-husband's getting custody, how did you feel?
I was really sad and upset. And the first thing I did was I went outside and my daughter said, what happened, Mom? And I said, well, you're not coming home with me. And she ran and I had to stop her because she wanted to run inside and tell the judge off.
Maybe you should have let her, it wouldn't have hurt anything.
Yeah, but the security also told her that she couldn't go in there.
And so when did this judgment take place?
It was August the 4th of this year, 2008.
And so what are you doing now? Do you feel like the fight is over? Do you feel...
So I talk to her every single day for anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour or more.
So he lets you talk to her?
Everything. Yeah, now he does. And when him and his girlfriend are having problems, he's still with the girl from Okinawa. Well, this is a different girl. I didn't know he had another girlfriend besides her and me. Wow. But that's usually how he does it.
And so where do they live? Where does your daughter live?
My daughter lives in Fairbanks, Alaska. And they're stationed at Fort Wainwright, Alaska.
Wow. So when do you think you're going to see her next?
Well, I had gone in July, right before the court date, and I was supposed to have her for 30 days mandatory by court, and he didn't allow me to see her because he said I gave her a pink eye. I don't understand that, but it was just constant excuses to not let me see her.
I was going to say, I thought if it was a court ruling, it wouldn't matter.
I know, and that's exactly what his commander said, but it was too late at that time.
Why was it too late?
It was already towards the end of July. It was, a week before the last week. I guess 3 weeks in July. 3 weeks into July, I'm sorry. And that's when I decided to go to Commander because he hadn't let me see her for the weekends or anything, or when she was off for school or anything.
We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. If you're just joining us today, we're talking with Nikki Cortez about how her ex-husband got custody of her daughter. Okay, we were talking about how your husband just came back, and then he went away again and took your daughter with him, and how you do talk to her every day. And so tell us how she's now reacting to living with her father.
Every day, she still wants to come home every day. Every time I speak to her, she just keeps asking me when am I going to go and pick her up.
And what do you say?
It's going to be a little longer.
And does she understand what that means?
Yeah, she understands that he had actually told her that I wasn't going to be able to see her until next year in the summer when I can have her for the whole 60 days.
I bet you're looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And so next time you're going to wait until next August and then you're going to refile for custody.
Yes.
And what is that going to entail the whole process over again?
Yes, it is. But this time I want a trial like I wanted this time. But for some reason they said no, I couldn't have one.
So you didn't get a trial this time at all?
No.
And so next time when you have a trial, you're going to find a different lawyer.
Yes.
And you're going to actually take time to interview the lawyer as well as have the lawyer interview you to make sure that you're a good fit.
Yes.
So that's one thing you've learned. What else have you learned from this experience?
I've learned that just never give up. Nothing. No,
So
everything. Just keep it going.
What pushes you through each day in order to never give up?
Her.
And just the thought of being with her. And so if you had it to do over again, what would you do differently?
I would have gone back to Japan.
And done what?
I would have gone back to Japan and lived there and actually done what I was supposed to do and tell what's going on over there.
Tell the truth on what's going on?
Tell the truth on what's going on over there. The affair, the abuse, the everything.
And so why do you think it's benefiting her to now live with your ex-husband?
Because her whole life she never knew who he was. She just knew his name. She would always call him by his name, never by father, daddy, nothing.
And so just being able for them to spend time together?
Yes, so that she can see who he really is.
But how is it benefiting her if she still wants to come home every day?
I think it's just benefiting her just by that. And there's basically nothing I can do to bring her back. And I could go over there, but what am I going to do?
Why is she better off with you than with her father?
Because I'm her mother.
What do you offer, though?
I offer her her house, her own room, my love, my support. And, I mean, my whole family. There's nothing over there. There's no family in Alaska. And she barely has anybody to talk to, you know. She always needs somebody to talk to. I know my daughter. And when something's wrong, I know there's something wrong with her. And he'd never be able to figure that out.
And you have financial support, you have a job, you can provide?
I have a job, I can provide for her, of course. I've always been a single mother. My whole life with her, he's never been there for her.
And so that's why she doesn't know who he is.
She doesn't.
What do you want people out there to know about your situation, about you, about maybe if they're going through something similar?
Just don't wait till something like this happens to them. Just do something about it early. Because it's either them or you. And the kids are the only people that have to suffer.
Thank you for joining me today, Nikki.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today on Jessica. If you have any questions, you can email me at jessica@jessicarector.com, or you can visit my website at www.jessicarector.com. And if you do have any questions about Nikki or what we talked about today, you can visit us on the resource page that's on the website. Thank you. Have a good day.
Next time on Jessica.
So technically,
I had brain cancer.
How did you learn to talk again, walk again?
A lot of times I wanted to give up.
So how did you bond with your baby? And we're going to discuss what Teresa's doing for San Antonio. If you want my look, here's where to go.